Jay King, coming to you from the Family Connection, where we make a connection with God and we make a connection with people. Today, the title of our message is Multiple Streams of Income. Today, I'd like to speak to you about 7 principles that will increase your financial value. Number 1, you want to do things that require less of your time that make you more money. I'm going to repeat that again. You want to do things that require less of your time that will make you more money. Now, in this economical system that we've been placed into, we're used to working for money instead of trading money for time. In other words, time should be more of a valuable commodity to us than money. Money has no value. Money is limited to the value of which it holds. And so what's more valuable is your time. When you begin to learn to maximize your time and it becomes a reality to you, you will make more money in 1 week or in 1 month than what some people will make in 1 year. This is the power of the first principle, understanding how to create wealth, how to make money in a less amount of time. And so we have to engage ourselves in systems that allow us to create value and to create monetary resources by using a less amount of time. In other words, if you work for a company for 10, 15, 20 years and you realize you've already given them 1 million hours of your time and you don't have hardly anything to show for it, that's because you've traded, watch this now, you've traded time for money. Money was more valuable, but at this point of your life, you understand that now I'm going to have to do something different. Instead of working and trading my time for money, I'm going to have to trade my money for time. I'm going to have to trade my money for relationships. I'm going to have to trade my money for education. And education is a very powerful principle. You're just informing yourself about the society and the information that you need in order to add value to your life. Education doesn't necessarily mean getting a degree. Sometimes you need a degree to do things in life, to be certified and to meet certain criteria. But education is really just informing yourself about knowledge and information that can add value to your life. This brings me to my second point. Learn how money works. There are laws that govern monetary value. And all of us have the ability to tap into the river of finances. This brings me to my third point. Start developing multiple streams of income. Do you know many people only think that there's one way to make money? And even if they know that they can make money in other areas, they don't believe that they can develop a system outside of their financial portfolio. In other words, what they're used to doing to make money, they don't believe that they can create value in other diverse areas and with other methods and principles and laws in which you can establish financial value. So you have to believe. Jesus said all things are possible to him that believes. Believe that you can create multiple streams of income. And if you believe it and you begin to set goals for yourself, believe me, you can achieve it. Now, our fourth point is quit trading time for money. You know, one of the most complicated things in economics is really getting people to see that time is more valuable than money. Now, remember, I didn't ever say money wasn't valuable, but what I did say is time is more valuable than money. Your subconscious mind has been trained to believe that money has value and money is more valuable than time, relationships, education, and information. But the reality of it is this. What really is more valuable than money is your time, or how you use your time would be a better way of saying it, relationships, information, and education and exposure. Those things will produce money. But a lot of times people put themselves in a system which causes them to work for money. And guess what? Their money never works for them. When you understand that your time is valuable, education is more valuable, information is more valuable, and relationships are more valuable, then you begin to make decisions and choices from a perspective of wisdom. And as you mature, you realize that these principles are more valuable than money. And this is what our society does. Society trains you to believe that money is more valuable than your worth. And keep in mind, I'm not telling everybody to come off their job and just try to find out ways to make money. But what I'm saying is use wisdom. Use wisdom. If you have a good job that requires less of your time, don't limit your financial literacy to just that job. But you have to educate yourself beyond that system and begin to engage yourself in other opportunities. And what eventually happens is when you engage yourself in other opportunities, you really find out that really the value that that job is placing on you is not as valuable as the opportunities that you're starting to come in contact with. So you need to take steps. A lot of times people just jump off their jobs when they learn, some information, or they hear a wonderful message and they get so excited about what they hear, and all of a sudden they just come off their job. Well, you don't want to do that. You want to use wisdom. What we're teaching people through Family Connection is we're teaching them through having multiple streams of income that you can have faith beyond your job. Your job is not your only source. You can develop other sources and other streams of income outside of your jobs by using these principles. This brings me to my 6th point. Set financial goals for yourself in 2015. It's so important to have goals. We hear it all the time. I know it sounds redundant, but the reality of it is if you don't set goals, then you don't have anything to aim towards. How can you believe in something and take action if you don't know what you're going to aim towards? So set goals for yourself. This gives you the ability to focus your attention on something. And the power of focus is very powerful. Whatever you focus your attention on, 9 times out of 10, that's going to become a reality to you because your energy is going to go towards focusing your attention on your goals. My 7th point is study and read about economics. Most people don't understand how to set up the right economical structure in their life to be successful. Now, keep in mind, everyone will take a different path. Your path will be different from mine. My purpose will be different from yours. But we all have a responsibility to figure out what that path is. And when I'm talking about path, I'm talking about as it relates to this message, multiple streams of income. Some people will decide not to have multiple streams of income, which is fine. But those of you that decide to have multiple streams of income, you have to choose what path or what system you want to operate in to develop multiple streams of income. I always tell people it's important for you to operate in selective ignorance. Now, notice what I said. I didn't say it's good to be ignorant, but I said it's good to operate in selective ignorance. What do I mean by that? Well, some people think that they can learn everything there is to know in a lifetime. And what happens is they enter into something I called information overload. When you enter into a place in your life where you've entered into information overload, that comes from being insecure. Some people feel like they have to have an answer for everything. One of the greatest things that you can do in life is just be genuine and tell some people, I don't know. That's wonderful when you can say, I don't know, because that implies that you're confident about who you are. Some people have to have an answer for everything. You know what? I didn't go to medical school, so I'm not going to try to be a medical guru and answer every question as it relates in the medical field. I'm going to refer someone or outsource that situation to someone that is qualified, that has more information and knowledge and education than I do. You know why? Because I have to hold my course. I have to focus on my goals, my dreams, and my desires. See, remember, the most valuable information that you can ever receive is information that is more pertinent to your goals, your desires, and your dreams. That's the most valuable information that you can receive. So remember, when you operate in selective ignorance, all you're doing is you're being a good steward and you're managing your information to make sure it's going to add value to your life and not waste your time. This is Pastor Jay King. I want to thank you so much for listening to this message on multiple streams of income. And when it comes to straight talk, we tell it genuine and we teach it genuine.